Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Dee. I am a Saint Beauty artist and a DIY lash enthusiast and also a lover of all things beauty. So here on my channel, I do a lot of stuff about Saint, a lot of stuff about DIY lashes, and pretty much anything that has to do with beauty. I love skincare, I love makeup, and I love talking about it. So today's video is going to be I don't want to say a review, but just kind of a try on of the new H2 Linx lashes. So if you have been following my channel, you know I've tried Lashify, I've tried Lilac Street and Flutter Habit and Denmark, Swan of Denmark or whatever it's called, her lashes. And I came across Linx lashes and I absolutely love them. Every single style that I have tried, I have loved it. I can never find I always want to find my perfect lash of like my everyday lash. And every time I put on the N1s or the N2s or the N3s, I'm like, this is my favorite and this is my favorite. I honestly cannot figure out which one is my favorite. It really depends. All of their lashes have been consistent as far as quality. They all feel really, really smooth. They feel comfortable on your eye and they have a super, super small band. So this is the H2s. I think I said H1s, I meant H2s. I've done a video of the H1s and I have some here and I'll compare them, but this is what the H2s look like. So these are C curl. They do come in C curl or D curl. The C curl is not going to be as curved. The D curl is going to be a little bit more exaggerated, but I'll be honest with you, these seem to be pretty curly. Let me find the H1s. So the bottom are the H1s, the top are the H2s, and they're supposed to be hybrid lashes. So you can see here the H1s are a little bit more fluffy and the H2s I would say are a little bit more volumized. Unfortunately, I do not have, I don't have one of the volume lashes to compare it to, but these are the D1s and not as volumized. The D1s are definitely thicker. Let me see. These are the N1s, just to kind of give you an idea. I know sometimes I like to do these videos because sometimes when you look at stuff in the box and stuff like that, you're like, I don't know if that's gonna look good. So it just kind of gives you a little bit more idea of what it might look like. So these are somewhat similar to the N1s. So the N1s are natural. I would say, you know, obviously the N1s are a little bit thicker, I would say, where these are more crisscross. They're super pretty. They are still very soft. And that's one of the things that I absolutely love about them. They have a very, very thin band. So to me, like Flutter Habit, I don't particularly like their lashes because the band itself is kind of like that fishing line material. And to me, I feel like it really weighs down my eyes and it's not something I can get longevity out of. I can't wear Flutter Habits for 3, 5, 7 days like I can with the Linx lashes because that band is so, so small. First off, you don't see it, but then also it just, to me, adds more comfort. The other thing I love about Linx lashes is they're super soft. You're not gonna get that plasticky feeling. I feel like Lashify, some of their lashes have that plastic pokey feeling. And because I do have hooded eyelids, even when I wear the C curls, sometimes it does touch that bone up there. And if I'm wearing something that's super plasticky, like some of the Lashify lashes, it will poke me and it's almost like, it almost feels like fake plastic, like if I'm wearing plastic eyelashes, and it just is annoying. It doesn't necessarily hurt, it's just annoying, and sometimes it kind of itches, where these feel like real lashes. I mean, thicker lashes, but they're kind of like a mink feeling. They are super, super soft. They feel amazing. So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna show you guys, just do a comparison as I put these on so that you can see them. And in full disclosure, as I mentioned on all my videos, I am not brand specific. I do absolutely love the Linx lashes, and those are probably my go-to. If I had to recommend something, I'd recommend them because to me, they're affordable. They are the most affordable, even for Lilac Street. If you break these down, you get a little bit more. This whole thing is $7. I think it's $7. I'll put the stuff here, but it's just more affordable. The packaging to me is not the greatest, but it is what it is. And I would rather deal with the packaging than them, increase their packaging and then have to increase their cost. I'm fine with this if they keep the cost the same. but I'm not brand specific. So I will be using the Lilac Street wand. This is my favorite wand. I will be going in with the Lashify Pre-Cleanse. This is what I do to clean off all the gook. I do love the Linx Lashes glue. This is my favorite over any of the glues that I tried because to me, I get the most longevity. And I am going to be doing or using the Linx Lashes Lash Sealer. So I did not realize that I was using Lashify for the longest time because I loved this little ball end of it, and Linx came out with their own little ball end. So I'm gonna try that today. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna speed it up because I feel like I've done a whole bunch of videos where I've talked through it. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed it up and then come back and show you guys the difference, you know, of one eye not done and one eye done so you can see, and then the final result. So stay tuned.
I'm a OG boy. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. OG boy.
Day we hustle, but the night we
OG boy. Know that they ride or die. I'm a OG boy. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die.
So I forgot to pre-cleanse this eye, so I went ahead and did this eye, but I wanted to show you, that is what I got off the bottom part of my lashes. So the biggest tip I could give you is make sure you pre-cleanse your lashes because that is going to affect the bond. So if you're trying to get longevity, if you're trying to go 5 to 7 days or 10 days, the biggest thing that you need to do, the first step, is to clean your lashes because that was all the stuff that was on my lashes and that's going to affect it. So we're gonna do a little experiment. So maybe I'll do a video just of this, of coming in and showing you what happens, or you know, what started breaking up first, basically. I can't talk this morning, but so that is the first one. I do have to say, they are a little bit more dramatic than what I'm used to. I do feel like they're super curly. And like I said, I got an itch right here. But like I said, these are the C curls. I don't even know what the D curls would be. I think they would be like, you know, completely curved. These are super curvy. But once I do both of them, I think it will come together. I do like to do the bottom lashes because I feel like it does kind of bring everything in together. But one thing I do have to tell you is, the question I always get is, how, like, I'm struggling with my lashes, they're always wonky, what are some tips and tricks? And the biggest thing I could say is practice makes perfect. The more that you do it, the easier it will get, the more you know how to put your hand, you'll play with different techniques, and you will feel more comfortable and you'll get it down. You cannot, like, I don't know many people who just jumped in and got flawless application the first time they did it. And if they did, kudos to them, they probably couldn't replicate it the second time. But I started out just like you, not being able to do the lashes. I was scared to death that I was gonna poke myself in the eye. It's a whole big thing. And I have been using them for over a year now, and I have gotten comfortable. Now I will tell you, I have used them less because I've been doing lash serum. And then I found, I don't even have it here, but the Tarte tubing mascara, I started using it and I love the way that it makes my eyes look. So I have been using DIY lashes less, and I'm really trying to get my lashes up to where they were before I did lash extensions in the salon. So ever since I did lash extensions, my lashes have been puny, and so I'm using the serum, and you can absolutely use the serum when you do your DIY lashes. So you can go in there, clean your lashes, and then do the serum on top, and I've never had an issue with it breaking down. Now, I only wear my lashes for 5 to 7 days. Generally, I will do my lashes on, today is a wonky day, it's Wednesday, I'm leaving out of town, but usually I will do my lashes on like a Sunday and then take them off Friday night, and then have Friday night and Saturday night to kind of have my eyes breathe. But lately I haven't been doing that because I've just been loving the Tarte tubing mascara so much, and my lashes are starting to come back a little bit more fuller than they were before. But I do have to tell you, when I am doing my lashes, because I'm not consistently doing it every week, I almost feel like I'm starting over. Like I'm like, oh gosh, I'm, you know, like the placement's a little off. So the more you do it, the more consistent you are, the more comfortable you're gonna get. That is the biggest tip, and the only tip I can give you is just play with it, because the beauty of DIY lashes is you can take them off. And you saw here, there was one that I was like, I tried to overlap them a little bit, and one was not sitting where I wanted. I pulled it off and put it where it needs to be. The glue is not gonna dry so quickly that you're like, they're gonna be cemented on there. You do have a little bit of time to pull them off and you know, fix them. So don't feel like it's like, you know, like the glue's gonna dry so quickly and you have to hurry up and slash it. Take your time, put them on there, get them where they need. And if there is a little wonky, take it off and put it back on. So I'm gonna go, now that I've talked, the glue is somewhat dry, so I'm gonna go and fuse them together. I love fusing them. I feel like this is another step of just making sure that that bond is there, that they are on my natural lashes. There's no gaps. The glue is kind of pressed in, and I really, really like it. So that's that. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the sealer. And like I said, the one thing that I loved about Lashify, and their Lashify sealer is not bad. I didn't have any issues with it, to be completely honest with you. But the reason why I loved it was this little ball mechanism, because I don't necessarily want to take the mascara wand and run it through my lashes, because they're not like normal, they're not individual lashes like you do in the salon, they're clusters. So my fear was always when I did, like if I were to, brush them through, that it was going to break up that bond, or I was going to end up clipping one of them off. So that's why I like to take the little ball and just kind of press it on there. So I'm gonna go in. I think the longest time, the only negative that I have about doing the lash ribbons is you do have to individually cut them yourself, whereas all the other brands have, or most of the other brands have it already cut. So you just pull them off, but it is what it is. That's the only, I mean, it's a slight negative, and I'm being like super, super picky when I say that. But the other good thing about having lash ribbons is if you want to put like a strip, you can 100% do a strip lash, or you could do a little bit thicker. And then what I do, like I did on this end, is I took a cluster. You can see here, this is a cluster right there. I ended up cutting off, there's 3 segments. I cut off 1 and did 2 because the third one would have overlapped a little bit more or would have pulled my eye down. So I just did a half one. So you can 100% kind of customize them. And that's the beauty of DIY lashes. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut these, get these all prepped. And then I'm gonna put my glue on, and then I'll come back and show you guys what the final look is with both of them done.
I'm a OG boy. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. OG boy.
Day we hustle, but the night we
OG boy. Know that they ride or die.
Okay, so that is that. What I want to show you also is just a reminder, some of you may have perfect eyeballs. I did not realize that my eyes were not the same exact shape until I started doing DIY lashes, and I did the same lash mat on both sides. And then I couldn't figure out why one looked completely different from the other. This eye is shorter than this eye. So you can see here, these are more fanned up. This one is not as much. So what I do to help combat that is, you saw me curl my eyelashes. I think you saw me, but I curl these eyelashes to help, because otherwise my lashes are straight. So I will curl these to help with that curl so they kind of naturally go around. But then when I go to, I just want to make sure that there's no glue on here. But then when I go to fuse them together, I am going to take the lashes and kind of mimic them up. So I'm like pulling them up to try to get them a little bit more this way, similar to that one. So you can see that was a little bit better. So that is that. They are very voluminous and fluffy and not natural by any means, but I do really, really like them. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my bottom lashes. So just a subtle difference. It's not crazy. I'm gonna build it up a little bit more. I don't like this one because this wand is way too big, but better. But you can see here, it's just a subtle difference, but for me, it just kind of brings it all together. This definitely, I feel like, opens my eyes up, but I just feel like there's just something lacking there. So that's what I like. Play with both of them. See which one you like. Oh my gosh, I need Botox so bad. I keep seeing my forehead wrinkles and I'm like, oh! So there you go. That is the final look. Really, really like them. I wouldn't say that these are my go-to, but every single time I do my lashes, I'm like, man, they're okay. And then like days will go by and I'm like, these are my favorite. So I could 100% think these are my favorite. Every time I look at them, I'm like, oh, they're pretty, but they're like a little bit too va va voom. And I am more of like more natural. But then when I wear these lashes, like I said, I'll like look at myself in the mirror. I'll be like, oh my gosh, they're so pretty. Look at how pretty they are. And they're my favorite, but yeah, I like them. I think they're really, really pretty. I think they're perfect for if you have like event, especially, you know, Thanksgiving's coming up, Christmas. These are perfect for Christmas, New Year's. They're really, really pretty. And hell, even if it's an everyday lash for you, do have like a hair that's attacking me. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Like I said, these are it. Super pretty. I will link everything down below. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave comments. Until next time, bye.